It says we're live.
Yeah, it says we're live.
Yeah, we're live. It just messed up on Rumble.
Okay, I can hear it now on YouTube.
Okay, I'll do the intro. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. It's Dominion Wartime.
It is. Woot.
I'm putting a poll in the chat. Welcome, Shieldwall.
Wait, so there's going to be pole dancing in the chat? What?
What? No.
You said you were putting a poll in the chat. Like,
Well, you're the one that assumed that's what it was going to be used for. Could have been Mayday dancing or flag on, a whole bunch of things. Anyway, hey everybody. Hey, thanks for having me on, Jacob. Glad to be here.
And welcome, Mando.
hello, I am here, and we are going to be talking some deep space. Woo! Star Trek.
You know what else you can use a pole for? You can put fire on top of it.
You can, and it's called a torch in America. A torch is known as something else in Europe, so it's what we call a flashlight.
Yeah, but I think a torch can be a flashlight or an actual torch in English. Let's say call that a flashlight then.
No, they don't take. Many people I've known don't use the term flashlight in the UK. They just say
right. Torch. They say torch, and then an actual torch, like a stick with a fire on it, is a flashlight, right?
Sure, we'll go with that. I don't get it, but that's fine. They're allowed to be wrong. They're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah. Aluminium too.
Aluminium.
Actually, I believe that's how it was originally
I think it
said
was.
in English, in American English as well, but it changed over time.
No, I was told that the way that America has it, like in
Oh,
the
the way that Americans say it is the correct way, and the
yes,
British,
because there was a typo in the British one.
right? Okay.
That's the lore I've been told, is that there was a typo in the British one. So
All right.
I don't know. I'm sure it can be Googled, but I don't want to Google it at the moment. Don't want to do the Googling with the Google.
Okay.
All
What's
right.
going on here? Sorry.
What are your memes fighting back? Is that,
Yes, they are.
yeah.
Pat, I don't know. It's a good question for the Google. For the Google.
Darn it. I'm working, people. I'm working.
Sure you are. I'm sure that you and the raccoons are doing all you can.
Are you still trying to make the poll?
Yeah.
You have to make sure it follows community guidelines.
Yeah, I have no idea how to do it.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Let's say hello to the chat. Shall we?
This is one of the best episodes.
Let's see. Let's see.
Eraser. Eraser. And love it. Cool. I think that's all. Oh, Pat. Welcome. I don't know if you've been in the chat before or not, but welcome.
Dance. Dance, monkeys, dance.
So yeah, I would say I like the first one a lot. The Rocks and Shoals.
Mm-hmm. They've done a similar one though, where that's the one where
That's where they get the ship.
right,
Yeah.
but it's the similar one where the Vorta is very dismissive and or whatever about the Jem'Hadar basically, and then in this one he's basically, yeah, I'll just sell them out in order to survive and move on. Very, he views them as very expendable.
Yeah, I keep like every single episode that we've done with the Dominion, I just continually get the feeling that the Jem'Hadar are just getting the short end of the stick of this entire deal.
Right.
Yeah, they're cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, their white's about to go out, so whatever. We'll get some new ones.
But I think the Vorta are also genetically engineered to be pragmatic like that, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Always looking for an angle for diplomacy and things like that, and cost benefit analysis. To from an outsider might look kind of weaselly, but for them, it's just all part of the equation. Especially when you know the Jem'Hadar have been genetically bred to be expendable.
Yes.
As a resource, they're basically a resource to be used by the Dominion. However, best benefits the Dominion, and if that means you send them into battle as fodder, especially if you're going to lose control of them anyway because you have limited amounts of white, catcher cell white.
Right.
Which I feel like is an inherent flaw to the design of the Jem'Hadar. Like if you're going to make a quote unquote super soldier army and make them so dependent on this one substance that they can only get at a certain place, it leaves things like this to where, you know, hey, maybe they're stranded, and you know, if they didn't solely rely on this drug, they might have been able to be extra successful on a mission, but instead now they're just gonna needlessly I feel like it's a needless waste of resources in essence.
It depends, but see, you're looking at it as not from a totalitarian dictatorship kind of view.
And
they want to ensure absolute control of their soldiers, which is that's more important to them than actual like overall vulnerability in combat logistically for moving the white around and stuff. Because if you make a super soldier, then and you have no control over them literally other than just they do what I say, and if they decide they don't, then that's the end of you. So they have to have a mechanism built in order to control them, because otherwise they could just do whatever they want. And
right, I just feel like they could have used a different mechanism instead of something that's so limited, I guess.
Right. I don't know, maybe this was
but they do it in some instances, like the episode where they have to join forces with them, and they just kill the Vorta with no.
Well, right, because the way that the Vorta operate, for the most part, at least from all the Vorta that we see, is at odds with the idea of the warrior ethos of the Jem'Hadar.
Well, I do have a quick announcement before we get going. When we're I think our last episode is May of Star Trek.
It's gonna be
so that'll be our last episode
of the Dominion War, right?
Yeah, the Dominion War. And in June we will have Babylon 5.
Woo!
Great
Cheers.
Show. Unlike other shows that like TNG and even DS9 and whatever, which were week-to-week episodes, but they had a story arc, but they didn't have an actual ending. Like they just kept making episodes. I mean, it probably had an idea, but it wasn't like when the guys that created Babylon 5 went into the studio to sell the show. It was a 5-year thing. Here's the beginning, here's the end. We got it all worked out. What all happens in between? This is all of it. Now, we might not have every episode like written dialogue wise, but the plot line, what was going to happen, who was going to die, and all these other things, for the most part, was already fully laid out. So I think that's why it's a really good show, because they have a lot of it already kind of storyboarded out and planned what was going to happen.
Right.
So
that'll be fun. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Woo.
And I do remember
I have also not seen that. So
yeah, I do remember watching it when it first came out. Actually, when it very first premiered, I was living in England at the time, so I had to wait. Like I couldn't watch it live on TV or whatever for the first season. And then once I was back in America, I could watch it again when it came on every day or every week. I mean, so yeah, it kind of starts out a little bit slow. And they had a change, a couple of the actors changed in it and stuff. But other than that, it's a solid show.
Yes,
with some good performances.
And as Eraser says.
Yeah.
Mando, you will find out all about who that is.
It's one of the first shows that really had a lot of internal politics in it. It's like space politics and stuff. And Star Trek kind of has that, but not every episode kind of sort of touches on it. Whereas this has, it's in the aftermath of a pretty serious war between Earth and some other aliens.
The Babylon Station is a place where different groups can come.
Right. Yeah, it's like a diplomatic center, trading
like
center.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Eraserhead is correct. Babylon 5 is a masterclass in setup and foreshadowing. But it's pretty good. So we'll get into all that when we see it. But we still have Star Trek to talk about and go through, which is
jump
yeah,
into that.
yep. And I know a lot of people kind of, you know, TNG is like their favorite Star Trek, but I really like DS9 a lot. And out of all of the Star Treks, I think it's one of the better ones. I know a lot of people don't like it because they prefer the TNG, the original series and stuff. But
Yeah.
it to me, it's way better than Voyager. Voyager's okay.
Or you
Mm.
can
Parts of
open
it
up,
that are pretty good, but
or you,
overall,
or you can open up the can of worms of that Star Trek stole from Babylon 5.
oh, nah, I don't think that it did, because they were, I mean, DS9 was already like doing its thing in production and whatever when Babylon 5 was in creation, and they ran kind of concurrently
Yeah.
too. And I think there's plenty
I
of room
think
for
it's just
multiple.
a kind of a conspiracy
Oh,
theory.
I mean, that would be like saying, like certain books have similar ideas, like all D&D games have dungeons in them. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. It's like, well, yeah, but but I like DS9. I think the last good Star Trek was Enterprise. Um, and all the new stuff. I don't like any of the JJ movies. I don't like any of the JJ movies. I think they all sucked. They didn't need to redo them. The interior of the ships all look like they're boiler rooms in like a giant stadium somewhere. It's terrible.
Yeah. So they've got Jem'Hadar on them, and their warp engines are out, and I think all they have is sublight.
Yeah. But even so, what Eraserhead and Pat are saying is that like they heard the pitch and then went ahead and got the idea for DS9 and stuff. But I mean, okay, the shows are relatively similar, but you know what I mean? They're the characters are different. How they do things are different. What happens is different. The worlds are uniquely different. Like one is uniquely Star Trek with the races and everything woven into it. And the other one is a whole new IP that has new races you've never heard of before. And they're pretty well, I mean, you could argue there are similarities between, different ones and whatever, but I think they're totally distinct shows with like a different feel to both of them that happen to be set on a space station.
Yeah, I think a lot of conspiracy theories about like, oh, this place copied this thing happens because like they take place like in similar settings, like and Star Trek, Star Wars, like other IPs like have the same issue of like which came first, like, but also like it's in space, like there's like some things are going to be a little bit similar when you do something in a similar setting, like that's just, it just is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right. Like look at how many things that are out there, games and movies and science fiction stuff and whatever, that people have taken from like Warhammer 40K, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
That whole like genre of grim dark, and some people have really taken it and run with it, and you could see those parallels in all kinds of different games and media and stuff.
Yeah.
So, um, but anyway, Rocks
And
and
look at this.
Shoals,
You get
yeah,
random firework shooting out of your console. It keeps you on your toes.
I feel like
Yeah.
that would be a very bad, thing in the morning. Like you wake up, you go to work. Ah.
Well, the last time they were on this ship, it was upside down.
On a planet, yeah.
Yeah, down the planet. They had to figure out how to do it, and it was really cool because the set was upside down. So now you see the set like this. Um, But yeah, the Jem'Hadar ships are markedly different. There's no sick bay. There's no cafeteria.
No windows, no seats.
Yeah, no windows to see out of. No seats. Exactly.
Pure combat vessel.
Yep.
So Dax gets injured here. And they get banged up pretty good. Their ship badly damaged. I do like this part, the part where they ask Garak, "What's going on out there?" And he puts his thing on. He's like, "Hold on to something," and they're headed right for a planet.
The moment. What happened? I don't know. We must have been hit by some.
Let's see if we can get it there. Can y'all hear this?
Yeah, there's
when you play it, yeah, there's sound. Yep, we can hear it.
Now, Mr. Garak, hold on.
Uh-oh. There they go. Oh. There is an episode that you would have had to see to explain some things. So, Mando, there's a sister station to Deep Space Nine. It's the exact same floor plan and everything. And they had to go get supplies from it, or parts from it.
This is the one where Quark is involved in that, right? And it's got Iggy Pop as one of the guys that go there.
It's what's his son's name?
Nog?
Nog. His nephew's name, sorry. Nog is there.
It was like a deactivated one or something, right?
Right, but they left booby traps.
Yeah. I remember one of the Vortas. Was there Vorta involved or something?
No, there was no Vortas. It was Cardassians.
Oh, right. I'm trying to think who. There was somebody that was like a one-off character that was in that episode.
There were a few. There were like 4 of them.
Yeah.
They all get killed off.
Okay.
It's a good episode, Mando. So these guys are chatting.
Yes, time for a beach vacation. But wait, we can't do a vacation. We're going to run out of supplies. Well, if we're going to run out of supplies, we might as well enjoy the beach. I feel like that should have been the actual conversation. Like,
I think the one of the things that you can say about the Jem'Hadar is their makeup looks really good.
It does,
and especially for the budget and how long they had to shoot the sequences and stuff. It's really well done. And
each one you see is unique,
right?
There's no.
But the way that the
mask is
prosthetics are applied, enough of the actor's face comes through so that you can get the emotion, even if they're supposed to be emotionless.
Yeah.
With their eyes, their lips, the way the prosthetics move, like so the noses will scrunch and stuff.
Yeah. So their first was killed because he disobeyed orders or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And so they were able to swim out of their ship and swim to shore. And think about that. That actor had to swim in that makeup. Yeah.
Jeez.
That would be,
Surprised they didn't drown with all of that heavy makeup.
I think it's probably not that. I don't know. It looks like the top of his head would be buoyant.
Maybe.
Like an air sac in there or something.
I mean, if it's made with like styrofoam or something, but if it was made with like rubber, like I don't know.
Well, I just think it's all latex, so it's really flexible. But yeah. So somehow I guess they swam around the outside of that sandbar, but to get where they're at. But it still looks cool. Reminds me kind of like Planet of the Apes a little bit.
That's yeah.
Yep, with the ship going down.
They don't really tell you how many people were on this ship.
I think everybody, yeah, there were more people on it. I think someone probably didn't make it, but when it crashed or whatever. But
NPC 5 didn't make it.
Right,
Oh no.
Yeah. But
we'll remember you, NPC 5.
the thing that they never show is I think that the Federation does have like in these shows, everybody does everything, right? Like I'm a pilot and I'm an engineer and I'm the doctor and I'm this and whatever. But I think in reality that the Federation does have dedicated ground troops and they just don't wear like a jumpsuit with no backpack or canteen or anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I get they got replicators and stuff, but if you can't carry one on your back, you know. But you know, it's
put your back into it. You're gonna carry. You are designated pack mule for the replicator. That is your only job.
Right. Well, they do have a lot of equipment.
They could have a pocket replicator.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see is that kind of stuff. I mean, it's expensive to do like personal shields and stuff, but it would be cool if they had them. That's why I did like Enterprise is because when they had the Makos and stuff, they actually look like people that would go in and do stuff. You know what I mean? Instead of like, I'm just going to send the guy that was just steering the ship to go do this.
Yeah.
But I'm doing my part.
That's how you do the show. And you know, we still love it anyway.
So
but
ripped his pants.
Yep.
They have a good laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got to look herself in the mirror because she's playing nice with Dukat. I saw like a meme or something that says, "What if Dukat was the real hero of Star Trek or something?" Actually, it's this guy Damar. He's the real hero of Cardassia because he's the one that really cares about Cardassia. He doesn't care about that much politics or any of the other stuff. So the Vorta is wounded. This guy is gets berated all the time because the first basically disobeyed orders and got executed, and he's the third, right?
I think.
And he's like, I might make you the second if you're good, kind of thing. Yeah. And
she's like, go check them out. Don't attack. Don't do anything. Just recon.
Basically, he wants to find out if they have a medical doctor or med kit or something that can save him because he's severely wounded. Yeah, that is true, Pat. Starfleet powered by NVIDIA. You would think that they would have, I don't know, maybe like some way to shunt those plasma conduits like out to space or something. If the conduit blows up, because that's supposed to be what those panels are doing is the plasma conduits are blown out through power surges when the ship gets hit.
Right in your face.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, maybe
communism, you know?
Yeah. Maybe like some blowout panels or something, or I don't know.
So it gives them their one thing for 5. Is it 5 or 6?
Well, he doesn't let them see that all of the other vials are smashed somehow, except for one. So he's got it's 7. I think there's 7 or 9 of them, and
and they have to share
they have to
one.
right. They have to meter it out. And one of the things is if they don't have the white, they start to, not only is it their food and water, but it also keeps them calm. They start to get more aggressive and primal and fighting each other and hard to
Kill anything
control.
in sight.
Right.
They become animals.
The other thing about Ketracel white is that it's hard to reproduce, so you just can't make it.
Right.
Because if you could just replicate it, then it would be easy to make, and therefore you would lose control over them if anybody could just make it.
She's gonna make it, and the symbiote thing is gonna make it.
Yeah, they were worried that the symbiote was damaged.
They just can't do anything.
They got Garak, who's hopefully not playing with one of those little Hellraiser cubes. Because the actor was in the Hellraiser movies back in the day.
So in the episode where they had to go get parts for the station, they leave the Cardassians left traps, and Garak gets exposed to some narcotic that makes you paranoid and violent. So Nog didn't trust him very much.
Oh, because this is after that happened, right? Okay. Yeah.
So they get these readings like, what is that?
Oh, yeah. And they're, that's the other thing. Once they start not having Ketracel white for a while, they won't be able to cloak anymore. They lose their ability to cloak.
I mean, it's not like, you know, when you're stranded on a planet,
I'm not sure, but
like, you don't need to necessarily cloak. I mean, you've got brute strength at that point in time. Like, I feel like they make up their invisibility with, I'm going full barbarian, like, rah.
Yeah, the cloaking thing that they can do has always been kind of hit or miss with the show. It's a convenient way to do things, but I mean, if the Federation should have come up with some way to detect them pretty quickly.
Yeah, I feel like some sort of like heat signature would have worked. Like, not necessarily specifically heat signature, but something of the sort.
Right. Because even if you can cloak, you can't disguise disturbances in that, like the air patterns and stuff like that of actual something moving through the air.
Yeah, or electromagnetic field or something.
Right.
Something you would have been able to detect.
Right. Yeah, visually you can.
Gas leakage.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, expelling of their respiration, all that's detectable.
Yeah.
Even in the Vietnam War, they had special helicopters hooked up with sensors, and they would dangle the sensors through the trees while they flow through, or they would drop them down there, and they were looking for smells of humans, like that your body puts off, to try to detect where people were at. It didn't really work that well, but it was one of the things that they were trying to do. And this is even back in the 60s, so you can imagine, a couple hundred years later, what the technology would be like.
Right.
Yeah.
Same with in Aliens, when in Alien, when Dallas goes into the vents, they give him that motion tracker. The thing is supposed to go off of air being disturbed by things moving, which is how it's supposed to work.
So he finds out from them that they have a doctor.
Right. Yep.
he's very dismissive of them. He's like tells them something to do, and they're like, "I understand," which they do. They understand the orders, but he's like, "No, you don't."
Right. Because he's got like, he's playing 4D chess in his head all the time. And they're
Right.
he's basically just do my orders, do what I say.
Right.
And I don't need you to understand what the orders are. Just carry them out. I mean, sometimes that can be an effective way to lead if, what the troops need to know doesn't matter. But it's better to have people kind of informed what the intent of the mission is
Mm-hmm.
so that they can make decisions when things go wrong or go different,
Right, because if they don't have all of the information and the plan must change, you've
Right.
just left your men
Well,
like
he's telling them specific things like go here, do this, watch for people, whatever. He's not giving them the intent of the mission, which is we want to recon the place and I want to find a doctor. He's not letting them know any of that stuff. So they might accidentally kill the doctor somehow or
Yeah.
something,
Mm-hmm.
Jake is playing reporter.
Right. And Wayun has a very valid point when he talks to him in one of the episodes. He's like, well, all you're doing is bashing us writing these articles. And he's like, well, I'm just telling the truth. But, Wayun is like, hey, if you want me to keep putting these out, you're going to have to write some favorable articles, So that's the tough part about being a reporter, especially in a situation like this. You don't want to be a tool for propaganda, but then again, you also don't want to be like, you know what I mean?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between telling the truth and getting your
Right.
head chopped off. If you
Right.
get your head chopped off, you can no longer tell the truth. Just FYI.
Right.
Or you could look at it. They won't be telling you lies. You cut their head off.
Yeah. No.
So he's like, don't you think y'all are helping the Dominion? Which is kind of true, I guess. I mean, their orders were to just lay low and wait. But you got to do something.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
then he tells them that one of the spiritual leaders is going to protest the next day.
Oh yeah. Then this is the spiritual leader thing was pretty good, especially for TV of this era.
Yeah.
Seems like wherever these guys land on a planet, there's always conveniently a cave for them to hide in on both sides.
Adam.
Hey, Adam. What's up? So they're like,
I mean, they do like crash land on a planet, though. Like, I feel like somewhere on a planet there's going to be a cave. Maybe
Right.
not nearby always, but like.
But the opposing factions always have a cave conveniently within walking distance of each other.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's used as a plot device.
Right. The reason it's a cave is it's easy to shoot it inside a cave for money reasons. You know what I mean? You don't got to worry about outside noise and planes and whatever else is controlled environment. You can make a fake cave pretty easily.
And you can hide mistakes.
Yep. Yeah.
So their orders are not to open fire, not to attack them, but because they're low on the white, they get antsy and start shooting.
Right. Yep.
Get a little trigger happy.
Right, because
It's
they're bred for combat, so it's in their nature to want to fight, and it's like almost an instinct. So you got to try to hold it back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like trying to hold back a sneeze.
I'd say it's more akin to holding back a dog that's not as trained as well, or holding back a dog that smells a juicy steak.
Right.
Right.
It's like, I can't bite them. Why can't I bite them? They look like they're fun to bite. Come on.
This guy's like, y'all are dumb.
Yeah. He wants to know who opened fire. And he's like, no, I've taken care of it. It's the way of things.
Right. Right. It's his responsibility to uh, to use corrective measures, punishment, whatever you want to call it, to
Mm-hmm.
fix it, since it's his position. And if the Vorta has a problem with it, then it's his responsibility. He should punish him, is what
Right.
he's saying. Because, in fact, that the way, at least in the U.S. military, it works is the commander or the person in charge is responsible for those under him. Now, if that means that those people go out and do stuff, then they're also accountable. But ultimately, responsibility for something like that falls on the leader as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
just how do you decide to deal with it. And then here's the the religious person. I can't remember what they're called.
A Vedic.
Vedic, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, this lady is actually pretty good actress. She was in something else. Can't remember what. She
I don't know.
basically says,
Yeah.
"What's the phrase? Not to act is to act. Not to speak is to speak."
Hmm. Right.
That's pretty much what she says. And she's right.
So yeah, Kira's caught in the middle of trying to do what Sisko said to do, who is the emissary, which is to keep Bajor out of any kind of real conflict. If that means kind of going along with the Dominion, because they do have a non-aggression pact and like a friendship treaty kind of thing. So she has to kind of play along with them. Dukat has ulterior motives because
Yeah.
he kind of has the hots for her, and he likes putting her in that position of having to work with him when he knows that she hates him from the occupation.
It's a lot of mental gymnastics, which is
Right.
great.
Yeah. But she's really on the fence about the whole thing and kind of stuck in a position. That's, yeah.
She's in a no-win situation.
Right. Well, she's in a situation where she's going to have to pick a side. She can't just sit in the middle.
I like this part. He's like, he comes in and he's like, okay, we will trade your 2 men for you and your doctor. And you will be free to leave after they heal the Vorta. It's just like, he wants and Sisko wants his word, this guy. Because neither one of them trusts the Vorta.
Right. He already knows how the Vortas act. So
Yeah.
but he knows if this guy gives him his word that he'll follow it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one of the things that, is the nature of the Jem'Hadar.
Yeah. Honorable.
Right.
I really have, like, throughout all of this, enjoyed the dynamic, I guess, or the dichotomy of the Jem'Hadar. Like, they've literally been bred for warfare, and they are a warrior race, but like they're just on like they are not appreciated appropriately for as great of warriors as they are. So they kind of become, in my mind, like a sympathetic villain, almost.
Right.
They definitely are used.
Yeah. But if you interact with them in situations like this, they have a code of honor that they follow. It's not just like mindless androids or robots or something where they just do what they're told. And
kind of like clones from Star Wars.
Right.
Yeah, if the clones were for working for the Empire, though. Yeah. That's the difference.
So they agree to it. So the Vedic is supposed to protest.
Right. At 1300 or something. And they're waiting for like a bunch of people to show up with like signs and stuff.
People in black, wearing masks. That type of thing.
Yep. And instead, she just ties a rope around the railing and jumps off.
Opposed.
Yes, Eraser. I know. I mean, like, besides the chip and all of that, like, after Order 66, yes, the clones are very much just like the Jem'Hadar. Talking about before. Jeez. Acting like I don't know my Star Wars lore.
I think the hat falling onto the ground with the feet is real symbolic. You don't have to show the whole thing. You get the point exactly without having to be, super gruesome about it or whatever.
So, Mando, what's Order 65?
66. 65. So I know 67. One of them is if the Supreme Chancellor goes rogue and the clones are supposed to take them out. One is for gosh dang it, I have now forgotten. So it's supposed to be like a senator or something.
I only know about the two.
Yeah, there's a whole list.
I'll be back. Just give me 1 second.
But yeah, there's quite a few orders, quote unquote, that the clones had. It just 66 happened to be the Jedi. The Jedi Order. Yay.
So that apparently there were 150 general orders.
Yes.
Behavioral modification chip. I know we're getting off a subject on Star Trek with this, but it's just the similarities with the Jem'Hadar.
But yeah, like a lot of people don't actually know about like the other orders specifically. That there were other orders. They just know Order 66. Which is fine. I mean, like, you don't have to know the others, but it's like fun, cool little Easter eggs. Welcome to Deep Space Nine, where we'll talk about Babylon 5 and Star Wars. I know, right? It's crazy.
Actually, the inhibitor chip is actually different. It's actually meant to take over their mind, like make them obey the orders of the Chancellor.
Correct. But there
It's
wasn't
not
just
all the
Order
time, though.
66.
It's not all the time, though. They have to be activated.
Yes.
Mhm.
By issuing an order.
The 66 one. I don't want to know what 69 one is. So they traded. No, we're back to Star Trek Mando.
I am just giggling. I'm also like I recently remembered that I had a old fountain pen, and I've been spending like 2 to 3 days trying to get it to work, and I think I just got it to work. So I am happy. Aha.
Good.
Because I have been getting back into fountain pens because I like to journal. So yeah, cool fountain pen.
I like this. He performed surgery, and the Jem'Hadar are watching because they want to see what's inside of Vorta.
Right. Yeah.
Surprised they've never just skinned one.
How can we kill them easier?
Right? Ways to be more efficient in what we do. Yes.
So now she's starting to not be able to look at herself
In the mirror, right. Exactly.
Well, I mean, I imagine she's going through what like people who work in counterintelligence and espionage and like within law enforcement, like undercover work. Like I feel like a lot of those types go through a similar phase of what am I doing this for? What side am I even on anymore? I feel like it's kind of like an old the 80s cop trope of cop came from the wrong side of the tracks. He's making some questionable decisions. Like at some point in time, he questions like, what side am I even on anymore? I feel like they were kind of touching on that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And
People forget about that trope.
What she was trained to do was be like pretty much a terrorist.
Yeah.
Or freedom fighter. So he explains to them that, they're about out of their white.
So he makes a plan where he's going to give Sisko exactly the orders he's going to give to the Jem'Hadar to attack, where they'll be, where they're at, what time it'll happen. So all he has to do is set an ambush and kill all the Jem'Hadar. And then they can take him prisoner and turn him back over to the Dominion when they get out of there. Because he has a comm unit that the Federation can fix to get them all out of there. So that's basically the plan.
Yep. It's like, haha, keep me alive. Don't care about the rest. I can get us off this rock.
Well, again, I think he's being pragmatic because there's only one thing of white left. Eventually, it's going to come to a head and someone's going to have to fight the Jem'Hadar one way or the other.
Right.
Right. Have I been muted this whole time?
Yes.
I don't know.
You were muted for a while.
OBS disconnected. So.
That's probably
yes. OBS is wonderful when it works, and it sucks when it don't.
Yes.
So Adam's saying, let's talk about Cuphead. He's having problems with the carrot.
Yes.
Don't
forget the candy. Lots of trouble with candy.
I love part of me wonders if when we saw those bottles of the drugs like smash, like part of me wonders if it was hinted at that maybe he smashed them.
I don't
I
think so. Because if he smashed him, he wouldn't leave him in there like that.
He says later that if we had just a little more Ketracel White, we'd be having it. It'd be a completely different scenario.
Right. If he'd had a little bit more Ketracel White, he could have just had him go over there to wipe him out. Hey, Jacob, I think your noise canceling turned off when you disconnected or whatever.
I think so as well.
Yeah, because you've got the you got the probe droid from Hoth back again.
Raccoons, man, what you gonna do?
That's how about now?
Yep, that's better.
Much better.
Good.
Yep. Yeah, we don't want to give away your location to the Empire.
No.
They already know.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Yeah, the disdain on Sisko's face for this guy is like, you scumbag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never see that guy again, this Vorta again. There's 2 or 3 that you never see again. Yeah, the best Vorta is the one played by what's his name? Wei-Yun.
Oh, right. Yeah. God, what's his name? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. He plays the Andorian in
Right.
In Enterprise. Yeah. He plays the Vorta. He also played a couple of other characters, like one-off characters, I believe. It's like Jeffrey Combs or something, right?
I think
Is that his name? Yeah.
She's like, I can't do this anymore. I need to sneak around and blow some stuff up.
I understand the feeling.
Yes.
Sometimes the only way to express yourself is to create an explosion. Boom.
Yeah, once they start their little, covert stuff, it gets good. Yeah, and it's crazy too because Sisko's like, your Vorta sold you out. It gives him a chance, gives him a chance to live. And he's like, no, this is the order of things.
Yep, this is just how it has to be. Which I gotta respect, man. Like, he knows he's gonna die, and he's like, but
Wait a second. Jeffrey Combs is Liquidator Brunt from the FCA? No way. Totally didn't know that was him. He's one of my favorite Ferengi characters besides Quark.
That's right. Oh yeah, he does play him.
Yeah, he played him. He played T-Ron was his first in season 3 episode Meridian, a delusional obsessive alien suitor of Jadzia Dak, Combs' first Star Trek role. He played Brunt, Wei-Yun, Holosuite guest, Officer Kevin McCulkey. He was Starfleet security officer in a few episodes.
White.
Pank, sadistic Norskin fighter, promoter. That was in Voyager. Zach Schron, he's the Andorian.
If I'd had just 2 more vials of white, you never would have had a chance.
I see.
Yeah, he was also in Lower Decks as a voice.
Alrighty. Here's episode 1, or the first episode. Okay, give me a second.
Plot devices. It's so funny how, like, in so many shows, something would not work if it wasn't for a plot device.
Right.
And this is like one of those. Like, if only we had 2 more vials, then you would have all died.
So get a pretty much Klingon-centered episode, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I always enjoy those. Be quiet, neighbor dogs.
You know, dogs are never going to actually be quiet unless you've trained them properly.
Alrighty. Get a make out session here first. Oh,
Obviously. Because you gotta have some good romance once in a while, you know?
Yeah, then through all this, Worf is concentrated on the wedding.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
I forget what base this is, what star base this is.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know it says it.
Yeah, they've been picked up by Klingons and are like, finally, we get some real food that's not moving. He's like, I'll bet you a barrel of blood wine I'll stand on Deep Space Nine before you. I like this dude. He's like, this. What is it? It's Gok, I think.
Yeah, Gok is.
It's like, it's barely moving.
Yeah, it's supposed to be served live, where it like squirms around. It's like worms or something. And you can replicate it, but when you replicate it, since it's not actually, you can't make it living as a replicated thing. It has something in it that like makes it barely move, but it's yeah.
That's funny. And they have new recruits.
Yep, these are the replacements.
One of them, this guy right here, it's like, I want to yell at him. Klingons don't stand like that.
Yeah.
And one of the recruits is Worf's son,
Alexander Roshenko. Yep.
Yep, he was in TNG too.
Yeah, I just looked up all. He was in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was in 8 episodes as a kid. And then in Deep Space Nine, they're saying he appeared in the episode. He was in a photograph. That's not appearing in the episode. Sons and Daughters.
The one I remember from TNG is he's fighting in school.
Yeah, that was
Klingon in one of our schools here on Earth.
Yeah.
Today, that would be funny. He'd be beating everybody up.
And so he's in Sons and Daughters, and then he's in 2 more. In season 6, episode 7, he's at the wedding of Worf and Jadzia, and then in season 7, episode 17, a brief appearance as a weapons officer during the Dominion era.
And Garak is like, I'm not Garak, darn it. Martok. It's like, you know this person? Yes. He is my son.
I liked him at this age. I kind of was like, whatever when he was a kid. But I thought they could have really done a lot with the character here, but
Yeah, me too.
they kind of didn't.
They just made it a clumsy.
Well, right. They could have done a little more, I think. There's a TNG episode where he comes back from the future as an adult and like tries to teach him, motivate himself into becoming a warrior and actually learning how to fight. Because in that timeline, his father is killed because he can't fight. So, but then they rectify that, and yeah,
they rectify that, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we actually meet his mother too in one of the
in the early episodes of TNG, right? She is a quarter human.
Yeah.
But she gets murdered by the Duras guy.
Family,
yes. The Duras leader of the Duras kills him. So Worf kills that guy, and that starts a blood feud. But yeah,
always enjoy a good blood feud.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just add some spice to stuff.
They can their way they're talking. You're watching the Cardassians and the Jem'Hadar. They don't like each other.
Oh, I thought you said the Kardashians, like you were making it. It's like watching the Kardashians. I was like, what?
But yeah, they don't like each other. And
yeah.
It's just under the surface, and they're like, they'll take one little thing to spark it.
Right. Yep.
Now Jake wants to join the what is it? Cell.
Yeah, the resistance cell. Yep.
Like, what are you talking about? What resistance cell?
The thing about Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club.
Correct. Oh, you beat that level finally. Good, Adam. The bumper car level. And this is funny. I have a job for you. Waiting tables. So she comes.
Then Dukat came back to the station, and one of the protocols is Kira has to meet him at the airlock, which she does not like.
No.
But
ZL's there. So
ZL's there, right? So.
Like, yes, hello. I hate your guts. Hi. I could not do something like that.
Yeah, Martok's funny. He's like, you go deal with this. I don't want to deal with it. Don't make it where I have to deal with it. And that must have been hard working with one eye covered all the time.
I don't know. I
Mhm.
think there might be a thing that like lets them see through it, but maybe not. Maybe it's like wearing a pirate eye patch or something.
Yeah. Maybe there's like a little way that he can open it and see, so it's not like all the time. Yeah, he didn't understand why he's here. I thought you were with your grandparents.
You can't tell me what to do. Says all teenagers everywhere. Always.
Yes.
I am my own person.
Yeah, I don't really get her. She's like right in the middle between the two, and it's like there's no middle ground. You're either Cardassian or free. She wants her father and her to get along. Like that ain't happening.
Right, right.
That's oil and water. That don't mix.
Yeah, you can light one on fire, and the other one doesn't let you light it on fire. Party pooper.
Yeah. He almost gets himself killed here. You're supposed to slap them, not. You're supposed to punch him, not slap him. And he slaps him. He's like, it's an insult. Yeah, it's funny. It's okay if you punch him in the face with your fist, but if you smack him, that's fighting. That's fighting words right there.
Well, yeah, I feel like that is in essence the same as a back in like older times, like taking your glove off and you're just like, ha! Like I challenge you to a duel, sir.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I thumped my nose at you, sir.
I do not like your smile. Perhaps I will cut you a new one.
That's a cool knife. That's a knife.
Yes.
I like that knife.
That's like a in Klingon. With the Klingons, that knife is like a samurai sword. It's their honor. It represents their honor. Right? Isn't that right? Shieldwall?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's a very small sword, if that's what its purpose is. What's up, goat?
Hey, goat. How's it going?
Congratulations on YouTube partner.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, yay. Bing.
So, Zial, she got a recommendation from a very famous Cardassian artist, and she was on Cardassian. Now she's going to go to a university on Bajor. And do like it's going to get displayed there and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're both very happy for her. And so right now she's the only thing kind of keeping that situation together.
Yeah.
Eh.
And he kind of has a thing for
Yeah.
I mean, for Akira, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when the show aired, I was kind of like, she's all right. But now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah.
Hey, it's a woman in uniform, you know.
Yeah.
So they were doing some drills, and now all of a sudden he's like, hey, we have a ship, Jem'Hadar ship coming in for an attack. And he's like, okay, shields up, or where's it at, and all this kind of stuff, and everyone to their battle stations. And he's like, they're closing, and he's like, now they're firing, and he's like, brace for impact. And while he's giving the, like distances and stuff, he's kind of not really sure of himself. So he's a little hesitant with the information.
Yeah, and nothing hits. So Worf looks.
And it
forgot to clear the drill out of the
right. They had the simulation for the battle drills. He still had that running. So they make fun of him because he messed up. And Worf's not happy because they're like, he looks like an incompetent buffoon. But Martok is like, hey, it's fine. Everyone kind of had a laugh about it.
Better to be on our toes.
Right. And Martok sees that they were kind of joking with him a little bit. So they're kind of picking on him, but not really. So he sees it as, hey, their crew's kind of warming up to him. But Worf sees it as, like they're just bullying him basically. And he's kind of embarrassed because his son's like, kind of a screw up.
Which is difficult. I'll be honest. Like there's a fine line between kind of like risen each other and then like actually being mean to be mean. And sometimes it's difficult to tell.
Well, yeah, it can be. When I was in the military, there was a lot of that going on where if somebody, but the thing is you have to be able to receive it as well as give it. Obviously you don't do that to like someone who's their senior leadership or whatever, but if they're your peers, basically, yeah, that stuff goes on all the time. I mean, you got anything, your eyes are a little too close together. You have any kind of speech impediment, whatever, you're going to hear about it. People are going to make fun of you. Or if you do dumb things, right?
Like Mando's short. I can't get this helmet off. It's stuck to my head.
Yep.
Yeah. Or you do things like that where you were like, hey, it's a false alarm. Yeah, people make fun of you about stuff like that for years, depending on what it was. So you might get a nickname out of that. Who knows? Yep.
Is this where he's like tries to start a relationship with her or something?
Be my woman.
Yeah, he's, you know what I mean? He doesn't come right out and say it, but he's trying to get them to interact more, and she's not having it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then so he finds Alexander in here trying to train, and he's like, here, let me help you. And he's like, you have to raise your elbow. And Alexander's like, I know. He's like, why'd you even, join? And he's like, my reasons are my own, kind of thing. So I think he's coming to terms with his Klingon heritage and whatever.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I don't know why he didn't try to join Starfleet, but maybe that was not, he didn't want to do that, but he wanted to join the Klingon Defense Force so he could become closer to his Klingon side.
Probably. I think he wants his dad to just be proud of him.
Right.
As most young boys do.
And he wants to stand on his own 2 feet, which is commendable.
Like, Father, I am better than you.
But for his age, he's very far behind on his combat training.
Yeah. Yeah. And Damar here, he's got to be little errand boy.
Yeah, he said, yeah, Dukat wanted to deliver it. So she, yeah. So they had this little interaction. Then she sees the dress and she's like, oh, it's so beautiful. And then she's like, wait a second. I know what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? And then she gets mad and she sends it back. So then she walks out after she berates him, like, why are you trying to give me this? This ain't going to happen. And Ziel walks in and she's like, what's that, Father? And he's like, oh, I just bought you this new dress. Even though, so he just gifted it to her without dropping a beat, you know? So it kind of shows how kind of scummy he is, but
I think he also likes getting under Kira's skin too.
Right. Yeah.
It's like seeing that girl on the playground you like and you throw a rock at her.
I don't recall ever doing anything like that.
No, I never did that.
Some boys do, though.
Those weird kids
Mm-hmm.
do that.
Yep.
This is also a really good scene too.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't see like his father has any rights to tell him what he should and shouldn't do, and Martok is like, he has every right. Your commanding officer and your father.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see more about what he does after this in the Klingon Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So now they really have a ship coming in. And they're getting attacked. They're getting hit pretty bad. And they have some kind of leak. What kind of leak is it? I forget. Some kind of coolant leak.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's a
Plasma?
no, it's like a plasma coolant leak on one of the decks. So they have to go down there and manually put it out. And Alexander says he'll go do it with one of the other guys.
He sees that he can do better there than here.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, because his system was down that he was manning.
Yeah, and they take care of the ship. They defeat the enemy. And then Worf comes down looking for his son. Is like, yeah, he locked himself in there.
As one does.
He becomes the ship clown, pretty much. And Worf kind of sees he's starting to get his footing. Not the way he'd want his son to get his footing, but he's
right. He's accepted by the crew now.
Yeah.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
You can sleep with your dad. No,
Ah.
So he has his son, or Martok asks to join the house of Martok. They just have these candles lying around just in case. Alrighty.
Ah!
Hi.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, I'll get the other episode up.
Where I belong.
And our last episode.
So yeah, very warm, fuzzy feelings of father son. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
That's what I thought. Gabrielle Union was Garen, one of the female Klingons in there.
Who is it?
Trying to think. Hold on. Let's see what else she's been in.
The weapons.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Something they kind of change when did they change that? Each race has their own look. The Klingons, they're all, dark skinned. The Bajorans, they're all similar skin color. And then Voyager comes, and we get a black Vulcan.
I was okay with it because, there could be, just like on Earth with humans, variations in the genome. It didn't bother me at all.
Well, I mean, it didn't bother me. It's just, I don't know. But that really changed in the new era of Star Trek. That's not very good. Now everybody's inclusive.
Yeah, but Star Trek was already inclusive. It
already was.
Yeah.
So our next episode is behind enemy line, behind the lines. Sorry.
So they're at the starbase for a refit and some new orders, and then O'Brien brings in a discharge phaser capacitor, I think is whatever it is, and then Sisko has this speech that he gives, and it becomes like a ritual kind of thing. And they basically put him on the wall here to kind of show what they've done. It's like akin to painting, like, how many planes you shot down, or how many, sea voyages you've been on, or whatever. And I don't know how long you got to shoot the phasers to go through one of those or something. Like, is each one of those a battle they've been in or whatever? So that might be the case.
They probably have like a Dominion logo painted on their ship.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you put the little scarab ships on the side of the ship or whatever? But
I would, bro.
Yeah. But then the admiral comes down and needs to see him in his office.
He wants him to plan a mission.
Yep.
The dreaded, you're no longer on the bridge of your ship. You're now in the office.
Yep.
Yep.
Paperwork for you.
Been there, done that. You're out there, doing whatever you're doing. And then it's like, hey, we need you up in the office. And
hey, you're doing really good.
Yeah.
You're getting promoted.
Yep. We got to move you up in there. And then you got to relearn all sorts of stuff, like how to use the shredder without clogging and printers and stuff. And yeah, you eventually get it. But it's a big change going from like doing, like stuff outdoors, you know what I mean, to working in an office.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you took your aptitude test and your like clerical stuff was the lowest score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we go. They're starting to work descent. So they stole a tablet that says, "If we run out of Quetzalcoatl White, we got to kill all of them."
Right.
We got to
They
poison
stole
the
it
last
from
batch
Dumar.
and
It's
put
got
it
like
in the front
yeah.
of the barracks of the Jem'Hadar.
Yep. So they could find it. And it was supposed to be like, like a secret correspondence or whatever. Yeah, and Tamar's like, I need to find this tablet. And now all the Jem'Hadar are like, this tablet?
Love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. Fortunately, Rom didn't have a cigar for that.
It's like, there's dead people. And they killed. Some people got killed.
And he's like, we have to show a unified front.
Well, duh.
And he's like, smile so we can, make sure everybody knows we're still happy.
I am smiling.
Yeah.
Odo kind of upset me a little bit in this episode, I'll be honest. Little upset with Odo.
Why is that? I'm trying to remember what he did.
He got manipulated by a woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
They're actually, she's not a woman. They're actually the same. There is no male or female.
Oh, yeah, this one where he just loses all, because he's busy linking with her. But the idea was
linking.
Yeah, he's distracted by other things.
Yep. Feel like linking has to be a euphemism.
Oh yeah, it totally is. But if you actually break it down, you can say, "Oh, but it's not." It's them. It's more than just physical intimacy. It's like way more than that. It's like a drug and all this other stuff mixed together.
Meh.
So what are you saying, that the whole planet of changelings is just
an orgy?
Yeah. I mean, that's how we would view it, but the physiology of the whole thing is totally different.
And they're
of course.
Yeah.
And they're rolling like on waves, rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs, sex, and rock.
Just one big pile of goo.
No! Mental images I didn't need.
So it's like he's planned out this plan to attack the. I think it's the base.
It's the Quetzalcoatl White facility.
No, they already blew that up.
Did they?
This is the shipyards.
The shipyards. Okay. Yeah.
And this is where he finds out he's promoted. And,
right.
Dax
and that he's not going to be in command of the mission. He thought he was going to be in command of the mission. It's a deep strike. Yeah.
Odo's like, mad. I thought we weren't going to do this. Yeah, you said we weren't. You walked out. And then we decided we were going to do it.
It's like, I thought you wanted me on your team, and now you're upset that I'm on your team. When, last episode, you were upset that I was getting too close to the enemy. Make up your mind.
Then she comes in and basically blocks
this bee.
Why they made her look like that? I guess she did that to make Odo feel better, but
I think so. I
also
feel
for
like
the
that
audience
was
to be able to tell, hey, she's a changeling.
Yeah.
But I mean,
because this was the same one when Odo first met the changeling things. Like, she did this to look like him. So yeah, I feel like we established that.
Yeah. When they could have went the route of making her like smoking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They made her a copy of a bad copy.
Yeah.
It's like the female version of Odo, and it's disturbing.
Right.
She's like, she's the only other, or one of the only other changelings in this side of the wormhole
that we know of. Dun dun dun.
I've got plastic on my face.
I can't move my lips. Do you understand what I'm trying to say anyway?
They're like, oh, she's here.
Oh, good heavens.
And they're all like, why isn't the minefield down? It should be down by now. What's going on?
Well, about that, we don't know what the heck we're doing here. Sorry, ma'am.
It's like she's exploring his room. Yes, I have been all these things. To be a rock.
Okay, so I am propositioning you now. Yeah.
It's just a hug.
Whoa. Weird. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, and he's like been drugged or something. Not literally, but she's been brainwashing him pretty much. And he's like, I don't care about anything anymore. Go away. It's like she's made him see how big the universe is, and he's like, it's bigger than just this. This is nothing.
Like, well, you don't forget, your friends are also tiny specks, but we're supposed to be your friend, man. Like, yes, you have now gained an infinite amount of wisdom and you've leveled up, but don't forget about your friends who are still not leveled up to your level yet. We still matter.
Yeah, he's sad about not being in the captain's seat.
Be free.
Yeah, this is good. Court gets him drunk and gets him talking.
There's more in the background. Yep. It's got to be a great gig. I mean, you got to put all the makeup on, but you never say a word the entire show.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in like 15 episodes.
Right. That's good money right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still thinking, oh, we got time. They're not going to be able to get the minefield down in time, and it'll be good. And then drunk Court comes in. So they've figured out a way to take the minefield down. Something to do with the deflector array. They shoot a blast or something into the minefield or something.
Honestly, like if it were up to me after that conversation with Odo, I'd be like, Odo, I think you should sit this one out, like of planning, cause you acting weird, my man, after banging that chick. Or your version of whatever that is. Ugh. But that's just me.
Yeah. He's like, oh, they could take it down with that.
So I just
Unless-
looked it up. So Morn was in 93 episodes of the series,
Wow.
which is one of the most frequent. Jake Sisko was only 71. So he was in TNG's Birthright Part 1, Voyager's Caretaker, plus later on in one Lower Decks episode. But his main home was in DS9.
Not as the same character, though, right?
Talking about the actor Mark Allen Shepard, maybe.
Okay.
But I know because I think in Birthright they come to DS9 for a minute, and same with Voyager's Caretaker. Like, don't they go there before they go to
I think so.
in the first mission where they go to the array
Yeah.
or something?
Uh-huh.
So you get to see him like at the bar,
Yeah,
and he
there's-
never talks.
And I think there's one episode about him.
There is. It's called Who Mourns for Morn. And that's when they think that he's dead because he has all the latinum in his stomach. And everyone comes out to try to find him and claim the money. And he turns out he faked his own death to kind of get the people to come out so he could expose him.
So Morn figure, what's his name there? What's his name? So he figures out a way to, block it from
Rom,
them
right?
not being able to. Yeah, Rom blocks them from being able to do what they are planning. But it all hinges on Odo.
Right. He has to run a security protocol, like a maintenance check on it to shut it down, basically, for the time that he's going to be in there.
Yeah, it's like really late at night, and the ship's not back yet, and he's can't sleep.
It's his baby, of course.
No, Pat, I looked it up. There is no alternate universe Morn. There was crossover through the Looking Glass, Shattered Mirror, Resurrection, and Emperor's New Cloak, were all the seasons in DS9 that had the mirror universe, and there was no mirror universe Morn. Although Kira, Odo, Quark, Rom, Bashir, Garak, and some others did have ones. Those are always interesting because usually they dress all the ladies up in like hot clothes and stuff, skin tight uniforms, and in Enterprise they did that too. They wore like these halter top cut off things instead of jumpsuits.
Yeah, and like was it the first season of TNG that there were men that wore dresses?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
They were trying to like figure out the show, and they were like, well, it is the future, so they would be these uniforms. Like, it's like, why would a dude wear that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. A jumpsuit's way more practical, for everybody.
Kilts.
Yeah, but they were still basing it off of the old like 60s
It
Star
looked like
Trek.
a big T-shirt, Mando.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, it was terrible.
Just a long T-shirt.
Yep.
Mm.
Weird. And they had little boots to go with it, so
Yep.
that's even weirder.
Yeah, they were trying to. It was still part of the old uniform set, taking the inspiration from it,
Yeah.
and then they quickly ditched all that and went to the better uniforms.
None of the main cast wore it.
No, I was just
See guys
background,
in the
like
background
red
wearing
shirt
it.
guys. Yeah.
So as they're
This
about to do
bee.
this thing,
This
they
bee.
link again,
Blah. I don't like her.
and she totally brainwashes him.
Yep. You'd think he caught on by now. You know? Like, I thought this way, and then I banged the bee, and now I think another way. I feel like she's doing something to me, but this feels really nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he goes in there to do it, and then he sets the alarms off. And they get him.
I think there could have been a better plan than that, but yeah, here he is going into the goo.
Ugh.
But Kira, she gooed me first. Yeah, poor little Ferengi.
Now she comes back from the mission, and they've got the phaser thing, and she's going to give the speech now.
Little baby birds flying.
This is good.
Well, I would argue that Dax is far from a baby bird, considering the symbiote is like 300 years old.
I know, but like in his mind.
Right. Yeah. Oh, also,
Nog.
Nog got a hold of some like, I don't know, Saurian brandy or something, and he's like, don't ask where he got it from. That's also very military right there.
Yep.
How did you get that?
Don't ask.
You don't want to know.
It was tactically acquired.
So the thing is like, you know, he might be a Starfleet cadet and whatever, but he's still a Ferengi.
Yep.
Yep.
Just
But
like
still sailing the great. What is it? Oh, what is it called? He's
Bye, goat.
sailing the great. Later, goat. What is the thing that the Ferengis have?
oh, the rules of acquisition.
Yeah, but he's sailing the great seas of something. It's called something.
Oh, well, let's see. When they die, they have to pass the Great Exchequer, and they have to have a bribe that they got to pay.
Gotta bribe him.
Yeah, you got to bribe them to get in. Yeah. But I like the one where the Nagus, something happened to the Nagus, and he wanted to make a bunch of new rules of acquisition about being fair and everything.
Yeah.
And he picked Rom to be like the new Grand Nagus successor, and they had like a charity and all this stuff. And finally, he got his mind back, so the Nagus was like back to himself. And then they were walking down the hallway, and Quark was like, "Well, it would have been nice if, you know, things could have been different and we made profit." And he's like, "Well, it's not all a loss. I'll share half the profits I made
Yeah.
with you from the charity." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, since I was going to be the new Nagus, he made me the like treasurer for the for the charity." And he's like, "You embezzled from the Grand Nagus?" He's like, "Well, I'm still a Ferengi." So, he said, "I didn't think you had it in you." Yeah.
Yeah, she lets Odo have it.
Where were you?
Right.
I was banging the bee.
Yeah.
The
And that's
bee is not
like-
that great.
And she's like, yeah, don't listen to her. Yeah, the Ferengi Benevolence Association. Yeah, that's one of my favorite aspects of DS9 are the Ferengi, like how well they fleshed them out, and they went from those weird little fur vest wearing guys with a laser whip thing that was
Yeah,
kind of
that was
weird
so weird.
looking to being one of the my more favorite like races in the galaxy. How their whole society works and everything is pretty funny. So
Yeah, on this episode, I was like upset with Odo. I'll be for real. I'm like, Odo, man, you left one of your guys hanging. There's a code. There's a bro code, and you broke the bro code.
mhm.
Yep, no, not good. Not good.
Right. I mean, like to Pat's point, like yes, the internal struggle of these are my people, but this is my chosen family, and I have to choose between them. But at the same time, like he made his choice already. He made his choice. He chose not to do the thing with the goo and all that. Like he did that. And then this other chick's like, "Hey, you sure you don't like the goo?" And he's like, "I kind of like the goo, but I already chose not to do the goo." And so like I feel like for me it was like he left he left close friends hanging. He didn't have to like, I don't know. Could have just said, hold on, B. I got things I got to do first, and then we can do our thing later.
Well, too, he's also never been with his people. He's never known their culture or any of that.
I didn't when he first got to the planet, he went into the puddle of goo and came back,
Well,
right?
Yeah, but it's she knows he longs for that, to be with his people, and she's using that to it's bad. I mean, it's not a good thing she's doing it. She's using it to manipulate him.
I know, but I guess I feel like Odo had made his choice, and now he's wanting to go back on the like he already made a stance. Pat, I don't remember. I thought he did go into the goo, but it could have just linked with the one chick.
Yeah, he's struggling all right, Pat. struggling in the goo.
Yeah. I don't remember either if he did go into the big pile of goo or if it was just the one chick. But at the end of the day, they offered him the opportunity to join with the goo, and he said no.
Right.
Like, you made your choice. And now you're trying to go back on your choice, is what it feels like to me in this moment. I don't know. I just don't like that he left his buds hanging. You guys still there?
Yep.
Did my internet? Okay. I was like, did my internet go out?
I thought you had something more to say, so I was waiting.
No, that was it. That's the gist of it. Just didn't care for Odo in this episode.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was we managed to get through 3 episodes in 2 hours. That's not bad. I think we covered them pretty well. all the high points at least anyway, and a lot of side stuff. Babylon 5 characters, who was on what show, what Morn was doing.
Order 66.
Order 66. Yep. Lots of topics. Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, I am, as far as the panel, I am the only one who's not seen any Star Trek. Like, none. This is my first little baby tippy toes into Star Trek.
Right. I've watched all of DS9 when it was on the air, except for like the first season because I was still overseas a little bit. But and then I rewatched it again in about 2010-ish, I'd say. The whole whole thing. But yeah, that's a lot to watch, and I binged it too. So that's a lot to binge. I spent like a month watching it, like after work and stuff. So. But yeah, so I am familiar, but not like all the details, and especially since I'm older, my mind quite not what it used to be. So yeah,
What he's saying is he's becoming decrepit.
not quite decrepit. I'm decrep. I'm decrep. Not. There's no Ed yet. Yeah, I'm just decrep.
Yeah, Pat, this is my first dip into Star Trek at all.
Yeah. All right. Are you still there, Jacob?
Ooh. Jacob, you're muted if you're speaking to us. We do not.
I've been muted the whole time.
Yep. And now
I ended the poll.
Ah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's okay. The probe's back for the end of the show. It wanted to be on too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. OBS has decided to crash out on you.
Yeah. I don't know what it did. It did a couple things.
It did what OBS does. It just does what it does.
I don't know if it was OBS or Linux. One or the other. But anyway. Yeah, so we got a tie between Rocks and Shoals and Sons and Daughters, which those were pretty good. I like those two episodes. They were probably the best of the three. But I think I like Rocks and Shoals the best. But anywho, alrighty, what do we have coming up, people? Oh yes, I forgot. Shieldwall. We'll be back.
On Thursday, I will be on Rome and the Empire's channel at 5 Pacific Standard Time. We'll be going over the 1974 movie with Sean Connery in it called Zardoz. It is a super weird, somebody was on a lot of drugs when they wrote it, filmed it, acted it kind of movie. So very interesting. And
a lot of
very,
the 60s and 70s and 80s.
Yes, it is like the culmination of all of the it's an interesting movie. It's a little hard to follow, but yeah, tune in for that. It'll be, trust me, you'll have never seen anything like it.
No.
If you see it, it's really weird.
If you want to find out if it's better or worse than
Wolfen. Yep.
Yeah, better tune in.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be it'll be a surprise, but definitely tune in just for the giant rockhead spaceship that is flying around. And then, what are we doing next week on this show?
The Great Escape.
Oh, that's right, The Great Escape. I remember that now. That's an awesome movie, so please tune in for that because yeah, it's going to be a good one. And that's all I got. Thanks for having me on.
Yep. Always pleasure. Mando.
Yeah. So I should be on Roman's channel Thursday. So just to let most people know, on my personal channels, I am going to be taking a, I guess, temporary / I don't know when I'll be back, hiatus from streaming. My poor streaming computer cannot handle streaming right now. So I've tried to do some tests, and my internet's just fine. But my computer just cannot stream right now. So I'm gonna just have to save up for a new computer, which I've already got some parts saved up and purchased. So that'll be a thing. But yeah, for now, I will not be able to stream on my own channels for a bit. But I'm still on other people's channels. I'm still doing my Pathfinder Skull and Shackles streams on Sundays with my friend Trucker Rob. He is the DM, and he also streams it on his channel. So
All right.
it'd
cool.
be what it be.
Well, hopefully you can get that fixed.
Yeah.
Sell a kidney
Yeah.
or something.
Yes, I know the feeling. But mine just my computer did the whole screen of death, gray screen of death.
How old is your computer, Mando? You're talking like the hard drive has a little bird from the Flintstones in it.
Basically. Yeah. I mean, it's got a new graphics card and it's got a semi-updated hard drive, but most of the other components, like the computer itself, the motherboard is over 10 years old.
Yeah, especially with the way they're doing programs now and stuff. Yeah, they basically designed it so that none of that stuff will work. I mean, it's just a normal part of life. 10 years is a long time for a computer to...
Yeah, mine is probably about the same, 2012. But it's an old body with new guts in it.
Yeah.
And it's like the last computer that you'll be able to do it with. So this is the last of this computer.
You can get a pretty decently powerful computer as long as you're not trying to do high-end gaming or something.
Right.
Yeah, no, but I'm trying to make sure that the parts I purchase are like mid-grade instead of like lower end. So because I want it to last for a while.
Right.
So I've got a case, I've got a motherboard, I've got an SSD. So for the most part, I need CPU, memory, and a coolant, or power supply, coolant. So it's not a whole awful lot, but as like somebody on a budget, like that's my budget right now.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you got to build it like a piece at a time.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. So, yep.
Yeah, Pat's right. The GPU and RAM are out of control. I don't know. I mean, if you put one of those AI chips in it, maybe it'll just stream for you.
We don't need the humans anymore.
Oh, that's the other thing. I need a GPU for it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I could technically use like the semi-new GPU that I purchased for my current streaming computer to the old one. I was told I shouldn't do that, but I'm like, it's only like 2 years old. Like, just do it anyway.
I just imagine AI Mando, like the AI on.
Well, how do we know that Mando's not AI right now?
My logic is undeniable.
I mean, most AI can't do hands correctly, so.
Yeah, but what if you're so advanced you're streaming from the future?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see where AI is in 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
It's scary.
Yep.
But next week is The Great Escape. I will also be on Roman's show, but I have seen the Zardoz.
Oh, you saw it? When
Yeah.
did you see it?
Sunday.
Yeah, that's when I watched it. I was like, what is this?
What have we signed up for?
Yep, definitely. It looked like a really weird episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah, or the, what is that? The Prisoner that is that old series.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's definitely just filmed in England somewhere. Yeah, it's very trippy.
I did hear the director was high on pot.
Oh yeah, totally.
Probably
they were
some
high on
other
something.
things too.
I mean, I feel like most of the 70s and 80s.
Was it Camelot? that what it is?
Oh, he did Excalibur.
Excalibur. That's
Yeah. Yep. But Excalibur isn't for another like 8 years or something after he made this. So he had some.
That one
time
has the
involved.
same kind of trippiness, but it's not
Right,
weird
right.
as this one.
Well, this was going for some kind of like existential list or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was trying to be all edgy with like thought and spirit and all this kind of stuff. So, but you'll see. Just tune in. It'll be fun.
It will be. And the memes. There will be memes.
Meme time.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out in the chat with us, people.
Yep.
And
have a good one.
Have a good week, everybody. And we'll see y'all next time.
Toodles.
Laters.
All I can say, McKay, is you take a hell of a long time to say goodbye.
Well, so long. So long.
See you around, Burton.
Never can tell.
Good boy.
Happy trails, Hans.
Goodbye. Good boy.
Goodbye, bro.
Goodbye, Arab.
Goodbye, Northman.